subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
What the hell? You cannot be serious. How did I wake up to this garbage as my president? That's right, garbage. I went to bed last night and she was ahead. I woke up to this freaking nightmare. Donald Trump? How?
All right, guys, it's time to go to bed. None of us are stressed about the election, right? We all are gonna just go have the best night's sleep of our lives, aren't we?
I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with you and your mother and your sister. I'm just done with all of this.
It's not gonna happen. Go, Kamala. Guys, I just voted, and I chose family.
Let's end this reign of terror now.
I chose family. I chose women. I chose America.
It's an utter betrayal for anybody that is not a cisgendered white Christian.
What the hell?
I'm sorry. No. Why? Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
And pop on in you will. What's going on with you guys? I'm doing the show relatively early tonight. We're getting it cracking early. Somewhat early. This is early for me. Usually I do the broadcast around 11:30, midnight or whatever, but I'm here early. What's going on with everybody, man? Y'all pile on in the room. Hope you guys have had a productive week so far in the middle of the week. We're getting through it. You guys got a couple of more days for the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man, we are in here. Let me shout out to some of the regulars. Brother McCall in the building. Y'all give our brother McCall a nice black fist. Adonis is in the building. Joe is in the building. Trinity is in the building. Who else we got? Excuse me. Rhonda is in the building. Sweets is in the building. Who else we got? Esada in the building. I see your family. Big Fox in the building. Shout out to all of you guys, man. We got a lot to discuss tonight, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of things we're going to discuss. A lot of people are still talking about the Trump win. There's still numbers coming in. States are still coming in for Trump. By the way, Trump has already won the presidency, and there's still, it took like a day or so for other states to kind of concede because their process is a little slow, and he's still winning states, man. Yeah, the Democrats are utterly embarrassed. Oh, we got RJ in here. I'm gonna get RJ in a second. Boy, the Democrats are so very embarrassed because of them getting washed like this. We have RJ, who's a staunch Democrat, who was in here for months telling us about why it's important to support Kamala and how we FBAs are on the BS. But RJ, what's happening? RJ?
Hey Tariq, what's up?
Oh, man, boy, your energy is different now, boy. Boy, you sound calm as hell right now, RJ.
I always start off calm until you start crashing out.
No, boy, you would usually come in here hot, man. Boy, you
No,
so calm. Why are you so calm now?
I always greet you first, and then we get into it.
Yeah, but you usually come in hot. Hey, nigga, you come in. Boy, you're very calm
Nah,
now.
I never said that.
Okay, what's
Never
going
said
on?
that.
What's on your mind?
Well, if you think Kamala being mixed race is worse than Trump being a criminal, your common sense is cooked. If you think pronouns are worse than mass shootings and racist gangs, your common sense is cooked. But now that
What
Trump is
mass
going to get
shootings? What mass shootings?
the type that happened in Buffalo, that type of mass shooting. But anyway,
When did that
now that
happen?
Buffalo, New York, the guy that shot
When?
all those black people
That
in the
that happened under Biden.
yeah, and who would support that? Who would give that guy immunity?
It happened under Biden, man.
Yeah, a lot more is
Yeah.
gonna happen.
So what you talking about? It happened under Biden.
Yeah, a lot more is
And,
gonna
and,
happen
and then and,
happen
and
under
then you
Trump.
know what Biden did? You know what Biden did? What the bitch ass Biden did? Biden sat up here and extended some crime bills for Asians instead of us. He brought Asians to the White House and propped them up instead of saying, hey, black folks got targeted with this mass shooting. Let us do something for them. He spit in our face. So
And
yeah,
Biden ever brought black people up?
not for no crime bill to give us something. No.
Yes, he has. You just be saying stuff.
Name it. When? When did he give us a crime bill specifically for us?
But now that Trump
No, no, no,
is
no, no, no. You don't get to change the subject. You said, yeah, he did, and then you want to change the subject. So when did he do it?
they have signed crime bills for black people already.
No, they
That's
have.
not
Oh, when?
lynching laws and all that stuff. What are you talking
That's
about?
not no crime bill for us. And ain't nobody getting lynched like that. And when we do get lynched, they call it a suicide. That was no crime bill for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay,
No,
speaking
no,
of
no,
the
it
lynch,
wasn't for no, don't you're just saying stuff, sir. You're just saying
I'm saying facts. I'm saying
you're not
facts.
no, you're not saying facts. You're not saying
Absolutely
facts.
facts.
Sir, this is why Kamala lost. I want you
No.
to know because see, y'all
Kam-
tethers come around us lying all the time. We got tired of your damn lies. This is why Kamala got washed. This is why she got washed. We're tired of y'all coming around lying. Let me get Sage in here. Sage, hop in.
Brother Flex, how's everything going with you?
Sage, how are you, sir?
I'm good, brother. Okay, so as you're well aware, I live in New York. I want to say that Daniel Penny, also that not gentleman, that white supremacists that happened in Buffalo, none of them were hit with hate crime charges. Not
Right.
one of them. There are no hate crime charges specifically for black people. So I don't know why this guy is getting up here lying to you, Flex, but there's no hate crime charges. Just want to throw that out there, brother.
So much. Yeah, yeah. Okay, RJ, I really don't want to hear you sit up here lying, bro. Okay, I'm gonna just take you down. I really don't want to hear you lying because all you're gonna do is sit here and lie. All you're gonna do is sit your ass up here lying on stop. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why Kamala got washed. Ladies and gentlemen, foundational black Americans are tired of lying tethers coming among us, just lying all the damn time. We don't want to hear it. We got tired of fake ass Kamala lying and cosplaying. We got tired of it. We don't want you sitting here lying to us, lying about your culture, lying about your background, um, allegedly lying about her relatives. And when she got called out, allegedly lying about her relatives, they were saying that these black people who she was claiming were her relatives were actually the help. They were actually maids and people working for her family. She had no biological connection to them. And then she got on Shannon Sharp talking about, well, you got your blood relatives and you got your relatives by love. Yeah. We got tired of that. We just don't want to hear another lying tether. We had enough of Obama. See, y'all gonna have to learn from your L. When you take an L, you're supposed to learn from your L. You're not learning from your L. You're not learning. Learn from your L. You better learn where you went wrong. You saw on MSNBC one of those. They had Sharpton and the Scarborough up there throwing black folks under the bus. Well, it was black people in misogyny, and they don't like them women, blacks and Hispanics, misogynistic and don't like women and all that. And I'm gonna get on that Hispanic thing in a minute because don't be fooled by that Hispanic thing. I get on that Hispanic thing in a minute. But yeah, they were throwing us under the bus, which is cool. I want people to know that it was foundational Black Americans who shut the BS down. And it wasn't just Black men, it was foundational Black men and women. It was us as a group. They can sit here and try to deny it all they want to. It was foundational Black American men and women all getting on code, not supporting Kamani, not supporting the Democrats, and that was done very deliberately. It wasn't a fluke. We made an effort to say, hey, we're going to make a statement. And a significant number of us chose the couch, it chose other candidates. And those numbers staggered the Democrats. It took them out. That was us doing it. It was not the Latinos. Wasn't that at all. They're trying to give props to the Latinos. It wasn't them. Don't believe the hype. It was not them. Yeah. What happened, dear? Let me get Boss Lady in here. Hold on. Let me get Boss Lady in. We got a lot of folks trying to get in. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Boss Lady, hop on, dear. Boss Lady, hop on.
Hey Tariq, how are you?
I'm good, Boss Lady. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to say something regarding your space the other day regarding what to discuss, like I guess in your next Hidden Color documentary.
Go ahead.
Yeah, maybe you should do something regarding like the Latino community as far as like debunking what they're trying to say as far as what they did for America.
Yeah. I'm thinking that I have to do that. Family, will that just be too rough? Because y'all know we're gonna if we do that, we're gonna go all the way in. Because we went,
No, we got to start some shit. We got to ruffle some feathers. Sorry for excuse my language, but let's ruffle some feathers.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, beloved. Because I was thinking that, man, for the next Hidden Colors, man, there's a lot of different topics that I want to cover. And one topic that I really want to cover is this whole black brown coalition myth and just tell the truth about it. But if we tell the truth, we're gonna have to go in. And we know a lot of some of y'all, some of you brothers, I know you got your little senorita somewhere. Some of y'all got your little senorita, so that might ruffle your feathers. Ladies, some of y'all, especially out here on the West Coast, them sisters, some of these hood rats love having babies by Mexican dudes. They love them Mexican dudes. You got a lot of black Tino babies running around LA. Hood rats love a Mexican and black baby. But we don't want we might have to ruffle feathers telling that truth. We might have to ruffle feathers telling that truth. I don't know if y'all ready for that because we go hard body. When we did the first Hidden Colors, we kind of had to hold back just a little bit, just a little bit. We had to ease people into some of the hardcore game in the second and third Hidden Colors. The first one was an introduction. Shahrazad Ali was going in. I had to cut some of that stuff out. She was going in so hard because I remember when we put out the first Hidden Colors. Remember, there were people, black folks, who was kind of taking them for white people. Go back and listen to an interview I did on a DC radio station with a chick named Wendy Wright. If you guys remember my old Mac lesson shows back in the day, you'll remember those episodes where it was this boule chick who was a bedwench. Her and her sisters were a bunch of bedwenches, and they were radio hosts, and they were interviewing me about Hidden Colors, and they were caping for Zaddy. Like, why are you so mean to white people? Why are you? This movie is going to offend so many white people. I'm like, what the hell are y'all talking about? I don't give a damn. And they were arguing with me, and I'm like, wait a minute, who y'all laying up with? And found out they were a family full of bedwenches, some boule ass bedwenches. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna go in on the next Hidden Colors. We're gonna have to go in. It's needed. We got to stop playing games out here, man. We got to stop playing footsie with people and just put our foot down and just let folks know what it's gonna be. Just like we did with this election, we put our foot down with this election. We put the damn foot down. That's why people are having so many damn meltdowns. Have y'all seen the meltdowns that people are having online? They're online crying, crashing out. They're just really upset about Kamala losing and Trump winning. Now, why are there so many meltdowns? You got a lot of white people melting down. There's got some black folks melting down, crashing out. Now, the white people, some of the ones who are having the meltdowns, You look at some of them seem like they have some LGBT stuff going on. So that would be one of the reasons for many of them to be crashing out because a lot of the sexual access stuff that has been allowed or promoted by the Democrats, it might not go down that way under Trump. All that stuff, I believe everybody should have rights or whatever, but when it gets into stuff like going in bathrooms and yeah, now we're getting into some real murky waters there. I'll say that. And I got daughters, man. I don't know if I'm not really cool about some dude being in the restroom with my daughters. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Whatever he identifies himself as. We've seen videos of dudes with beards. Well, hell, I'm in this woman's bathroom, but I identify as a woman. No, I'm not really too cool on that. Yeah, it's too much of that. I don't want a sports situation where some dude identifies as a woman and he gets to beat up on women. I don't like that at all. What's that athlete, that French athlete? They did some DNA test on the French athlete. It's supposed to be a woman competing in women's sports, and they did some DNA. They were like, "Hey, you got XY chromosomes and a dingaling. You a dude." Was it Italy? What was the person? Was it France or Italy, family? It was that. No, 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 not the parent. No, no, no. Where it was the French athlete, wasn't it? But yeah, they did some DNA tests. They tested it, and they're like, "Wait a minute, you got balls, Playboy. You a whole dude." You know, and up here beating up on women, whatever this person did. Hold on, Sonny. Let me see if Sonny knows. Sonny, where's this person? Where's that person from? Yo, Sonny, what's up, brother?
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's up, brother?
What's going on? The boxing thing. If it's what I think you talking about, it was during the Olympics. I think she's a female boxer, and genetically she was a woman, but she just had some genetic issues like at birth. So if it's what I think you talking about, I got two little points that I'm gonna make, and I'm gonna close it up.
Go
I
ahead.
don't know. I don't know how familiar you are with this Malcolm X interview that I heard. He was talking about basically, he didn't like how in no racial group or whatever were trumpet players and entertainers and singers. And I'm dating it because it was in the '60s, clearly, but I don't like how entertainers are starting to be like these liaisons or whatever for like political agendas. Why is Cardi up there? Why is all of these rappers and stuff up there? You can't even get a policy, but you can get a Beyonce concert out of her or whatever. I didn't like that, but I don't know if you're familiar with that interview. He said something about that. Why our entertainers are so fat, so like intertwined in like these presidential races and these political agendas. Let's get to some policy beyond Glorilla. Love Glorilla. Let's get to some policy beyond it. Are you familiar with that?
I am. I know what interview you're talking about. Malcolm, man, his interviews back in the day were so timely. Everything that Malcolm said back in the '60s can be applied right now. He was so ahead of his game, but he was talking about how we shouldn't look to entertainers because the dominant white society, they will elevate entertainers to be spokespersons. And remember, these are people who are paid by the dominant white society, and the dominant white society will elevate them and have them act as spokespersons because they understand many of them are not going to jump too bad because they understand where they get their paycheck from. Many of them get their money from the white establishment, so they're not going to go too far into left field. That's why it's important for a lot of black entertainers to be real covert with the messaging, do what the white folks do. They will fund certain grassroots movements like the alt-right movement. That was funded by big white money, big white corporate money, you see. Now, Booker T. Washington, he kind of played that game. Booker T. Washington got, he was kind of a mainstream black person. He was the most popular black person in America during his day. Um, and he played the straight and narrow role in public, but behind the scenes, he would fund radical groups. He couldn't stand them white supremacists, but he didn't say that publicly. He funded a lot of radical groups back in the day. So Cass going to have to know how to be covert and strategic like that. You have other people act as your mouthpieces on the streets. You know, brother Maverick, what's up, brother?
What up? What up? How's it going?
Good man, how you doing, fam?
Good, man. I'm just happy all this stuff is over and all these liberals crashing out. I'm getting messages and it's been crazy, but it's
Yeah.
finally over now.
Yes, yes,
Yeah. So, but yeah, to your point, I definitely agree with a lot of these entertainers that especially black people that they look up to. What it is that these people are selected and bought and paid for. Like if you remember Usher. He went on the View. They were asking him about Kamala and everything else. Oh no, I'm not in politics and everything else. And then 2 weeks later, sure enough, he's on Kamala's stage.
yep,
So just funny things like that. Because like I feel like it's one big blackmail ring that's happening. Same thing with Cardi B when she went on live last year. Do you remember when she was on live last year and she was talking about being anti-system and all that and talking about
yeah.
the water in New York and all that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So she
So
got the phone
now,
call. She got the phone call from her liberal management. Those Hollywood agencies, they called and let her know you're going to get out there with Kamala Harris and toe the line. Yeah.
right, exactly. And then all of a sudden they're, voting for Kamala and they're, pro Kamala all of a sudden. And it's one big game too, because I just read an article that Kamala raised $1 billion.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. She raised big money. She raised big money and lost. This woman had billions of dollars, A-list celebrities. I mean, the top. She had J Lo stomping for her, Usher, Eminem, Beyonce, Cardi B, everybody, Megan, and got washed. And that shows you that these entertainers, when it comes to political issues, they're ineffective, as they should be. I mean, we enjoy their performances and their music, but look, there are people out here who can speak on political issues. And the dominant society, they know that. They know who they're supposed to come to talk about certain things, but they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to come down to the grassroots. We kept telling them, "Hey, man, hey, you want to get some leeway, let's make something happen." They know what it was, but their whole thing was to get us to vote for them and them not give us anything, and that's just not going to work. And now we got a lot of these liberals crashing out. The white liberals are crashing out. A lot of these folks are LGBT connected. They're crashing out. Um, a lot of these folks were going to get some of those feminist benefits, some of them white feminists, because Kamala Harris was going to usher in a lot of that feminist agenda stuff. That was going to be very important for them to have a woman of color as a first. So there was a lot of feminist money that was going to come through. You understand? So all of that got washed up. So you see a lot of the white feminists crashing out, the white LGBT crashing out, and then you got a few handful of black people crashing out. Now that's interesting. Now, when I see the black people crashing out, and I mean, there's some black folks online, it is really a lot of some of these women who have questionable backgrounds. Some of these women, they got a little cake soap on their faces. I've seen some of them just come out talking about all these black men. When y'all get shot, don't y'all come saying nothing to us. The black woman ain't gonna come save you. There's a lot of that crazy talk. There's a couple of these so-called black women online on TikTok crying and yelling. Oh, Kamala lost. Oh, Trump. We're in trouble under Trump. Oh God, we're doomed under Trump. Now, when I see a black person, let's be real. If we see a black person crashing out because of Trump, why is that black person crashing out because of Trump? Let's be real. Why is a black person crying and rolling around and screaming and yelling over Trump? Why are you acting a fool? When I see that, that makes us ask, where's your family from? Because only a tether would do all that. Somebody whose family members or themselves, somebody who might get deported, because they're already talking about getting the deportations cracking. They're talking about I think I saw something where they talked about Trump's press secretary came out and talked about what they're going to do on the first day and the first week of Trump taking office, and they're talking about the first week doing some mass deportations. They're sticking to those guns from what I'm reading. They're sticking to those guns, and Trump really, a lot of stuff Trump says he's gonna do, he does it. So why are black folks crashing out over Trump? What are you so upset about? I would like to hear some of the Rosa, hop in, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was just I didn't I just got on and I couldn't hear what you were saying and I think I thought I was just turning the microphone on. I apologize.
So all right, did you have a question?
No, I'm just here to listen and I think I just punched the wrong button.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's all right. Okay, thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. She made a mistake and pushed the button. All right. Let's get Amani. Let's get Amani Dunia. Amani Dunia in the building.
How you doing, everybody?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. Blessed, highly favored.
Yeah,
It's a great day in America.
yes, indeed. So where in America are you?
I'm in Alabama, but my family came here as an immigrant 30 years ago, legally.
Where?
So I had a conversation with my mother yesterday, and I don't know, she really believes that Trump plans on canceling because she's getting ready to retire. Came here, she had no education, started from the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. And she was able to own a couple businesses, but she really thinks that Trump is going to cancel disability and all these other. And I try to educate her, and she just, I don't know, like, I really didn't feel good, like, having that conversation with her because she has high blood pressure, but she really truly believes in her spirit that Trump is here to destroy everybody. And she was talking about how do you feel okay that they're gonna he's gonna deport all these other people when we came here as immigrant. And I was telling her, Mom, you taught us to follow the law. The law of the land states that you have to come here legally. Trump is not saying that people cannot come here. He's saying that you have to come in legally.
Right.
So if you come here and you kill somebody or you commit all this murder and you're not on paper, that's not going to be good for the community. So that's why they need laws. That's how I explained it to her. But
Right. Now, where's your mom from?
Uganda.
Uganda. Where's your dad from?
My father's from Kenya, my dad from Uganda.
Got it. Got it. Okay. What part of Alabama are you guys in?
I'm sorry?
What part of Alabama are you guys in? Because I grew up in Alabama.
Well, I grew up in New York. I just happened to relocate in Alabama. My mom is still in New York.
Okay.
But I'm in Dothan, Alabama, like 2 hours away from Montgomery.
Wow. What the hell are you doing in Dothan? Ain't nothing in Dothan.
I know, right?
Go down.
Huh?
What made you go to Dothan?
Well, because Atlanta started having I was in Atlanta for a couple of years, and then they started implementing the LGBTQ, and I have a son, so I kind of like I moved away from that environment because all the schools started having these LGBTQ implementing it in schools, and I didn't feel comfortable with that.
Okay.
So I moved my son in at Alabama because they more, conservative.
Right.
So I think now that Trump, that has won, I'm thinking about actually making some moves, but I don't know where yet. Depends on how things go economically.
All right. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, beloved. Let's get Juicy in the building. Juicy Genius. Let's get Juicy.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Juicy. How are you, dear?
Hi, Peace King, Tariq, how you doing? Shout out to the family in the space. Thank you for allowing me to speak. Hey, I just want to let you know that literally earlier this year, I was an event coordinator for a Father's Day Blues Fest in Dothan, Alabama. They have a predominantly Black community, and a lot of people are moving to more rural areas that are predominantly, Black to, build. So, don't sleep on the little small towns. They coming up. But I just wanted to say thank you.
That's true because I haven't lived in Birmingham in
Yes.
40 years. So Yeah,
Okay.
things are totally different down there now. And by the way, in Atlanta, I'm thinking about Juicy having an event like another FBA like Juneteenth event or something.
Okay.
What's a good place in Atlanta to have it? What venue?
It depends on the style of event that you want to do. If you want to do a amphitheater type of event, or a festival style event, or a conference like you did at the World Congress Center,
Yeah,
it depends on what you would like to do. But I believe, me personally, in Atlanta, to bring that Black American, foundational Black American culture, is to bring it back to our music, things that we love, Southern soul, country music, just bringing the South back to Atlanta, because it's been very cityfied with everyone moving from all over the country. Especially a lot of people from California moved to Atlanta, which made it so liberal. But Georgia wasn't allowing that politically to happen, just to kind of win the whole state in a presidential election again,
yeah.
like what happened in 2020.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
holler at you. I'm gonna put something.
Yeah.
w- w-
Yes. I can assist you with anything you need. I'm here for you. Unquestionably, 10 toes. Thanks,
Absolutely.
Tariq, for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, dear. Yeah, man, we got to put something together in Atlanta. I've been thinking about having something in June in Atlanta. I really want to have something in Atlanta. I really want to have some in Atlanta. Just have I want to have a lot of vendors. I want the business people to come and have their stuff set up so they can sell. Have some musical acts like we did in Dallas. Yeah, I want to put together something in Atlanta, like FBA parade or something, because we need that. I know they got like the African American parade in New York, and it's, from what I hear, it's like whatever. We got to really put something together real fly. So that's something I'm thinking about. That's something that I'm thinking about, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to everybody coming in the room. Everybody retweet the room, ladies and gentlemen. Retweet the room. But like I said, man, a lot of the liberals, white and black, are crashing out. And it's very interesting, just like the sister who just called up, a lot of folks who crash out are people who come from immigrant backgrounds. Like she said, her mother was kind of getting nervous. Those are the people who get nervous. We're starting to see who's who out here. If you're getting nervous about Trump in office, foundational Black Americans, we don't really have anything to be nervous about. They're not going to do anything. Well, Trump has already been in office. Nothing happened to us, and these folks ain't going to do anything that they have not already done. Yeah, we've been handling whatever they're doing. So yeah, we're not afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of.
In the heart of nature, we find our true strength, a connection to our roots, to the land, to each other. Introducing Rootwork deodorant, infused with the potent power of High John the Conqueror root. Embrace the natural strength and resilience passed down through generations. Feel the purity of natural ingredients, harmonizing with your body and spirit. Rootwork deodorant, bringing you in tune with nature and with yourself. Rootwork deodorant. Connect, empower, thrive. Available now at rootworkstyle.com.